Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Menachem Creditor, and it is my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi at UJ Federation New York. We come to you every weekday morning, Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock, right here on our Facebook page. And since today is Shabbat, it has become a tradition, since we've been doing this for a very, very long time, it feels, every Friday to wear a white shirt. And so I thought, as I was starting this morning, maybe we could try that together. I'm not sure what it looks like since we can't see each other, but at camps, Jewish summer camps, where our hearts will be the summer, but likely not our bodies, we wear white shirts on Fridays as Shabbat comes closer. So if you feel like trying that on, it really does differentiate day from day and gives Shabbat an extra spice, extra very special feeling. So I welcome you to think about that ritual with me this morning. And since we are getting started, we're going to share some Torah, share a little bit of blessing, and then hopefully you'll be able to join us again at 2 o'clock today, right here on this Facebook page, where we will gather with rabbis and leaders of our community. This week, I'm especially delighted that my wife, Neshama Karlibach, will be joining UJA for a special pre-Shabbat blessing at 2 o'clock right here. So I hope you'll be here with us. Let's get today started. And let's sing. Someone must have untuned my guitar. Let's see if it works. All right, we're better. Who knew Sharon, being a rabbi's mother, would get you so much credit on a Facebook Live in this way? Who knew? Welcome everybody. It is good to be together. Thank you for joining us. We are at 100 strong at 9:04 in the morning. Who could ask for any more of a blessing right now? Thank you for being part of this really good stuff we get to do. This week we close the book of Leviticus. We close Vayikra with a double portion, Behar, Bechukotai. And it is such a rich place for learning how to make a just society more available to all. How justice actually calls us into action. And even in this moment where we are restricted in the way that we can interact, there are things we can do and there are things we are doing. I hope that you are part of a community. If you're blessed to be part of the UJ Federation family, look at the good things that we are doing in the world. Visit our website. And you can support all the good that we are doing by yourself, just stepping in and helping us extend our arms more fully into our world. There is a very important part of our Parsha. Since today's Friday, I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss the chance before we were done with this week. The Hebrew, and if you'd like to look it up, it's chapter 25, verse 35 today. Oh, that's very sweet of you, Linda. I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight for Shabbat also. Here's the verse in Hebrew. V'chi yamuch achicha u'matay yado imach v'hechezakta bo ger v'toshav v'chai imach. Now, the translation that I'm going to be using is from a wonderful book. I recommend it to you very highly. My teacher, my friend, Rabbi Shelley Lewis in California, who has transformed the world in many ways. He's just a beautiful human being with the kindest eyes. He translates it this way: "And if your brother becomes poor, and his means fail with you, then you shall hold him up. As a stranger and a settler shall he live with you." You see the sun just got a little stronger? You mentioned Shelley Lewis's name and the sun gets brighter. That's a gift. If you know Shelley, you know exactly why that's true. The phrasing is really interesting here. Now, a lot of this parsha is concerned with what happens in society when someone is in a vulnerable place. What's the responsibility that we all bear to make life better for everyone who's nearby? So the first thing I wanted to say is that the very end is ger v'toshav, that there is a responsibility we bear to anyone who is physically nearby. It's not about their legal status. It's not about if they're in prison. It's not about if they're a patient. It's not about if they're an immigrant. It's not about if they're an illegal resident. We have a responsibility for everyone. So the census that the United States commits every decade is actually very much about this. The census does not count citizens. The census counts residents. The distinction there is really important. As we allocate as a country resources, it has to be based on how many people are in a place, not how many people of a certain legal status are in a place. And that actually speaks a lot to the principle here in the Parsha. The Parsha is very focused on treating any human being in your immediate area and in your general area with dignity. And if something happens that reduces their dignity, we are called upon to act on their behalf. So listen to what the Sifra, an ancient rabbinic comment, says about the verse that I just read. Remember, if your brother becomes poor and his means fail with you, then you shall hold him up. The Hebrew there was vehechezakta, you should strengthen them. This is what the Sifra says: "Do not allow him to descend and fall when he would be even more difficult than to raise up." This is a practical comment. Rather, strengthen him at such a time where he is impoverished. To what is the situation likened? It's similar to a burden on a mule. While it is still on the mule, one person can seize it and raise it up. If you see a mule nearby and it's suffering, you can strengthen the mule. If it falls to the ground, though, even 5 people won't be able to lift it up. How do we know that if you supported 4 or 5 times, you should again support them? Because the Torah says, vehechezakta. And what this is saying in a really simple way is, it is so important for us to intervene when things look bad but aren't yet irreparable. We are called to hold up our society now, to continue holding up our society now. How do you know you're supposed to keep on doing it? Because the Torah doesn't say do it once and then you're done. The Torah says do it until you don't need to do it anymore. We must hold each other in safety and security and in love and in kindness and in justice until we don't need to make that effort. But at the moment we do. And so the Torah portion this week speaks directly to our world situation right now. We are called to be mindful and present and hold each other up. And so I invite you, I ask you, I challenge you to come be part of this holy work that we are doing. And I think that language is right. Come close. We can be close to each other even now by doing holy work together. The comment here in the Parsha and by Rabbi Lewis is so important. I want to read what Rabbi Lewis himself writes, not only the quote that he makes. He says, the Torah underscores the need to go to great lengths to reach out to the poor and to restore their dignity. The number of people, let's just talk about America for the moment, who are now without jobs, the people who are concerned about being able to make life. We have a responsibility here. This isn't something we read about. This is something that we do something about. The Sifra, the ancient text, this is Rabbi Lewis again, finds a hint in the text that one should not wait until another is in dire straits. Rather, one should step in when the other is beginning to slip. The word choice in the verse reflects this priority, saying you shall hold him up rather than you shall lift him up, implying that he has not yet completely fallen. The sense is that one should be especially attentive to the status of others within one's radius. Even a small slippage would be noted and would spur one to action. The ease with which a person's dignity can erode serves as a spur to attention to others and calls for early action when another is in need. And so I want to suggest, friends, that this week, even if you've already called someone, call now. Even if you've given, give again. And if you haven't asked for the support that you need from your circle, do so. Find a way to stand together with neighbors and be brothers and sisters with people you haven't met. That's the work that we are doing in the world. That is the work the Torah is calling us to do in the world right now. And if you want to learn more from my friend and teacher, Rabbi Shelley Lewis, Torah Reconciliation, I'm sure it's available. And I'm glad to learn with you. I'm going to miss you tomorrow on Shabbos, but let's just close our eyes for a moment tomorrow morning and say, all right, we're here. Whatever color shirt we're wearing, whatever you happen to be doing, let us be together, heart to heart, mind to mind. We'll come together again today, today at 2 p.m. On this Facebook page, and then I'll see you on Monday at 9 o'clock again. Let's sing it out. We'll start something in a minor key. Why not? Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Take care. See you soon.